Outdoor, waterproof, electrical connector and splice boxes are positioned a certain distance from ground level, typically a minimum of 18 inches, to safeguard them from moisture and potential water damage. While 18 inches, equivalent to 46 centimeters, is a common standard, some jurisdictions permit a minimum clearance of 6 inches, or 15 centimeters, above ground level. The rationale behind this elevation is that water can readily infiltrate the box if it sits directly on the ground, potentially compromising the electrical components contained within. Furthermore, elevating the box helps prevent accidental impacts or damage from lawnmowers, landscaping equipment, or other external factors. The fundamental principle supporting this requirement is that water serves as a conductor of electricity. If water enters an electrical connector or splice box, it can establish a short circuit, posing a fire hazard or other electrical risks. By maintaining a specific distance between the box and the ground, the likelihood of water-related damage is significantly reduced. Firstly, it helps maintain the cleanliness of the box, preventing the accumulation of dirt, leaves, and other debris. Secondly, it facilitates easier access for maintenance, inspections, or repairs. Thirdly, it minimizes the risk of the box being obscured by snow, foliage, or other materials, ensuring it remains readily identifiable and accessible when needed. Several other considerations come into play when determining the appropriate height for outdoor electrical boxes. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for electrical installations, including the placement of enclosures in damp or wet locations. Although the NEC does not specify a minimum height above ground for all outdoor electrical boxes, it does emphasize the importance of using enclosures listed for the specific environment in which they are installed. These enclosures are designed to protect electrical components from water, dust, and other environmental factors. Local codes and regulations may also dictate specific requirements for the height of outdoor electrical boxes. These codes can vary depending on the jurisdiction and may take into account factors such as the typical rainfall in the area, the type of soil, and the likelihood of flooding. When installing an outdoor electrical box, it is essential to consult with a qualified electrician or electrical inspector to ensure that the installation meets all applicable codes and regulations. The electrician can assess the specific site conditions and recommend the appropriate height and type of enclosure for the application. Here are some additional details that can be considered. The type of enclosure selected should be suitable for wet locations if exposed to weather. This is detailed in NEC 314.15, which indicates boxes, conduit bodies, or fittings located in wet locations shall be listed for use in wet locations. Proper sealing of the enclosure is crucial to prevent water ingress. This includes using appropriate gaskets and sealants to ensure a watertight seal between the box, cover, and any conduit entries. Conduit entries should be properly sealed to prevent water from entering the enclosure through the conduit system. This can be achieved using sealing fittings or conduit hubs designed for wet locations. The surrounding grade level and drainage should be considered to minimize the risk of water accumulation around the electrical box. Ensuring proper drainage can prevent water from pooling around the base of the enclosure. The specific application and potential hazards should be evaluated to determine the appropriate height for the electrical box. For example, in areas prone to flooding, the box should be installed at a higher elevation to prevent submersion. Regular inspections and maintenance are essential to ensure that outdoor electrical boxes remain in good condition and continue to provide adequate protection from the elements. This includes checking for signs of damage, corrosion, or water ingress and addressing any issues promptly. To expand on enclosure types, the NEC outlines different types of enclosures suitable for various environmental conditions. Type 3R enclosures are designed for outdoor use and provide protection against rain, sleet, and snow. Type 4 and 4X enclosures offer even greater protection and are suitable for use in areas where they may be subjected to hose down or submersion. The choice of enclosure type will depend on the specific environmental conditions at the installation site. Proper grounding and bonding are essential for electrical safety, particularly in outdoor installations. Grounding ensures that any fault current will safely flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and preventing electrical shock. Bonding connects all metal parts of the electrical system together, creating a low impedance path for fault current. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding in Article 250. Surge protection is another important consideration for outdoor electrical installations. Surge protective devices, or SPDs, can protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage spikes caused by lightning strikes or other electrical disturbances. SPD should be installed at the service entrance and at any other locations where sensitive equipment is connected. Weatherproof covers and fittings should be used on all outdoor electrical boxes to provide additional protection from the elements. These covers are designed to seal tightly against the box, preventing water and debris from entering. When installing conduit outdoors, it is important to use materials that are resistant to corrosion. Galvanized steel conduit is a common choice, but PVC conduit may be most suitable in areas with highly corrosive soils. Expansion fittings should be used on long runs of conduit to accommodate thermal expansion and contraction. Proper wire selection is also crucial for outdoor electrical installations. Wires used outdoors should be rated for wet locations and should be sized appropriately for the load they will be carrying. Underground wiring should be buried at the proper depth to protect it from damage. The NEC specifies minimum burial depths for different types of wiring in Table 300.5. Warning signs should be posted near outdoor electrical boxes to alert people to the presence of electrical hazards. These signs should be clearly visible and should include information on how to avoid electrical shock. Regular inspections of outdoor electrical installations can help identify potential problems before they become serious. Inspections should include checking for signs of damage, corrosion, water ingress, and loose connections. Any problems identified during an inspection should be addressed promptly. When working on outdoor electrical installations, it is important to follow all safety precautions. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, such as gloves and safety glasses, and energizing the circuit before working on it. Lockout-tagout procedures should be followed to prevent accidental re-energization of the circuit. Working around overhead power lines can be extremely dangerous. Always maintain a safe distance from power lines and never attempt to work on them unless you are a qualified professional. Before digging near underground electrical wiring, always call 811 to have the utilities located. This will help prevent damage to the wiring and ensure your safety. If you are not comfortable working on electrical installations, it is best to hire a qualified electrician. Electricians have the knowledge and experience to safely and properly install and maintain electrical systems. When planning an outdoor electrical installation, it is important to consider the aesthetic impact of the installation. Electrical boxes and wiring should be installed in a way that minimizes their visibility and blends in with the surrounding environment. Landscaping can be used to conceal electrical boxes and wiring. However, it is important to ensure that the landscaping does not obstruct access to the electrical equipment. Solar power is becoming an increasingly popular option for outdoor electrical installations. Solar panels can be used to power outdoor lighting, water features, and other electrical equipment. Smart technology can be used to control outdoor electrical systems. Smart lighting systems can be programmed to turn on and off automatically based on the time of day or the presence of motion. Water features can be controlled remotely using a smartphone or tablet. Electric vehicle charging stations are becoming increasingly common in residential and commercial properties. Outdoor electrical installations are required to provide power to these charging stations. The cost of outdoor electrical installations can vary depending on the complexity of the installation and the materials used. It is important to get multiple quotes from qualified electricians before starting a project. The lifespan of outdoor electrical installations can vary depending on the quality of the materials used and the environmental conditions. Regular maintenance can help extend the lifespan of the installation. Recycling electrical equipment is important to protect the environment. Many recycling centers accept old electrical boxes, wiring, and other electrical equipment. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your outdoor electrical installations are safe, reliable, and aesthetically pleasing. In conclusion, the height of outdoor electrical boxes is a critical aspect of electrical safety and reliability. Adhering to established guidelines, local codes, and best practices ensures the protection of electrical components from environmental hazards, facilitates maintenance, and minimizes the risk of electrical accidents. Always consult with qualified professionals for installation and maintenance to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations and to maintain the integrity of your electrical system. This includes considerations for grounding, surge protection, and the selection of appropriate materials for the specific environmental conditions. Regular inspections and prompt attention to any issues are essential for maintaining a safe and efficient outdoor electrical installation.